Hello, my name is Callan, aka Frozen Meat Popsicle, and in this video I will be giving a guided tour of my Five Nights at Freddy virtual reality walk-around demo. Basically, once I put on the headset, this video of me here will disappear, and in place of it will be a image from the original Five Nights at Freddy game, depending on which room I'm in, so you can see a comparison of the original game and what I've done so far. Now, do note that I have been working on this for a while, but on and off, mostly off, so there isn't a huge amount of progress since the last time I put up a demo. And do note, I'm not releasing a demo with this video. I will be releasing a new version once this is more complete, or maybe just entirely complete. So with that, I'm going to put on the headset and give you a tour. Alright, this is obviously the office. It's mostly complete, it's just mostly missing props like the screens and stuff on the desk here. Like there's like 4 different types of screens. I've only done 1 at the moment. It's a bit pain in the ass to model them because you can barely see them, but I'll do them eventually. Newest addition is the cupcake here and cables on the walls. I've also upgraded that. It used to be half the polygons, so it looks a lot nicer now. And I've also tweaked textures and stuff. Note here that I've actually added 3D audio to the fan here, so if you move your head around and stuff, you'll actually hear it behind you and above and below your head. I've also upped the res of all these posters, drawn them from scratch, or apart from this poster. Also added this little feature, the old nose honk. More crucial to this room is I've added working doors and working lights. I guess there's a bit of a epilepsy warning, so I'll put annotation up before I turn all this on. Also, it is definite epilepsy warning now, but what looks good here, which is I think fairly accurate to the original game, does not look good in the hallway. It's quite bright. Just spread the light where it needs to be. It's even worse on this side. Very washed out and bleh. Anyway, moving on from the office is the west hallway. I think it's looking pretty good so far. I've tweaked lighting in this corner. The light here used to be further up, but comparing it to the original, I realised that it's quite low down. Obviously all the danglies on the wall. These cable loops I've added in. Same with the posters on the wall. I've more or less finished the maintenance supply closet. The only thing I'm missing here is, you know, all the bottles and stuff on the shelf. I've added the mop and the broom. It's pretty close. Oh, the other thing I need to finish off in the hallway, obviously, is all the bigger screens, which again are going to be quite the pain to do because you can barely see them. So accuracy is pretty subjective there. Moving on. Actually, I'll move over to this hallway. Okay. This hallway is pretty dark, like usual. Over here, obviously got all the ribs on the wall and the loops. I've got obviously a lot of light fixtures to add on, because there should be one right here. It's like a domey looking one. posters on the wall here. I guess that's, again, the shelf needs to go, I need to build a shelf to go there, and the screens, and obviously all the posters on the walls, which, again, I'll strive for accuracy, but I can only do so much. Moving on into the dining room. I think it's looking pretty good so far. The dining room is done as far as I'm concerned. There are some lighting issues, but with Unity, I don't know, kind of wrestling with it. Might have to play around with baked lighting, but at the moment everything's real time and it looks alright. So there's like a comparison of that. So I should do a comparison of this hallway over here. I think it's usually about here. Bonnie would be about there. So that's that. So I should do another comparison over here, which I think is about here. Chica would be about here and here. Freddy would be back there. Anyway. Now everyone's fan favourite, the Pirate Cove. Foxy up there. This is, well, Pirate Cove is done. And pretty accurate, I think. Like, I'm pretty happy with how the curtains turned out, with how it all sparkles all lit up. The only thing that isn't 100% accurate is this. This should be tilted like this way, but with the lighting, it had to be that way in order to see it properly. Well, basically, as I've learnt creating this so far, there's a lot of impossible lighting and stuff, and a lot of inconsistencies. Like, this should be a white floor, like black and white tiled floor, but because it's a dining room, it's clearly supposed to be blue and red. And then there's a lot of inconsistencies down there as well, but that's getting off track. Here is the old show stage with the old animatronics. You can climb up on stage and look them all in the face. I think what the camera would be about here, looking left and right. Still got a lot of tweaking here, but I feel there's like color grading as well, so that's like color grading on the camera, so it's difficult at best to maybe match that. I've done what I can, but here you go. Now Freddy, I've added the honk to his nose as well. Old Chica. These models are obviously, oh, not obviously, but they're definitely not mine. They are borrowed from, well, I'll put an annotation up linking to the original creator of these animatronic models. The textures aren't the original ones either, so I'll link the creator of the new textures for those as well. Moving on to the bathroom, which is 100% done. All the pizzas are on the walls. Chica would go what, there, and standing right here looking up the camera would be about there. So all the pizzas are done, all original and accurate as far as I can tell. Now the bathrooms themselves, you can walk into at the moment, but they are completely empty and pitch black, so you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. What I'll probably do is add some, you know, like a slippery when wet sign, maybe some tape to say that it's out of order, so you can't actually go that far in. Same with the men's toilet. Moving on to the final room, the backstage. Basically, it'll be about here. There's the exoskeleton, which is not my model either. I will add another annotation up right now, linking to the original creator of the of this animatronic model, who is actually the original creator of, I guess, kind of this map. The guy who made this entire map for Gary's Mod, which is a game on Steam. Basically, how this project started was I actually ripped the map and then completely rebuilt it from scratch, basically, because the geometry from Gmod to Blender was awful and I had to optimize it a lot. I have made a lot of changes. For instance, this stage, people tend to make it very wide, but if you actually study the original pictures, they are very narrow. So it's about that. It might be a little bit more narrow than this, but I think it's fine as it is. And so it's actually about the same width as Pirate Cove here. Anyway, this room is pretty much done as far as I'm concerned. The only real things I have to do left is rig this up and retexture it a bit and have it actually sitting on the table where it's supposed to be. And I think what I'll probably do is add all the nose honking to the Freddy heads as well, just to keep a running theme that pressing a button on Freddy's nose will honk. So I think that's about it. I'm pretty happy with what I've done so far. Well, lighting's pretty much done as far as I can tell. I'll probably have to tweak because actually this video will be the first time I've actually seen the game and the original images side by side, so I'll probably have to do some tweaking there. But apart from that, I'm pretty happy with what I've done and pretty proud. So with that in mind, I think that's that. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you again soon.